everyone, welcome back to the Midwest Stitches YouTube channel. My name is Danielle and this is my channel where I talk all about my crafty life, knitting, sewing, crocheting, or anything else that I might get up to. Today is Wednesday, September 11th. Oh gosh, I have so much to show you since the last time we talked. Yeah, there's been quite a few finished objects, crochet, knitting, and sewing. So let's jump right on into that. Let's not waste any time. You can find me on Instagram at midwest.stitches or on my website at midweststitches.com. All of my knitting and crochet project pages will be on Ravelry. If you need the details for those, if I forget to mention something, and my name on there is Midwest Stitches. So let's grab a drink, whatever you have. I've got coffee still this morning in my Vault-Tec mug. I think I talked about this before. Adrian's a huge fan of Fallout. We watched the show together and loved it, and I bought these from Bones. Yeah, Bones Coffee Company. So, and these are really nice mugs. They're really heavy duty, which is good because they were kind of pricey per mug, but I feel like they're very good quality, so it was worth it. All right, so let's jump on in with all of the finished objects. So Summer Stock Camp ended August 31st, and I am happy to report that I did complete my goal of finishing all of my DK stash yarn. I finished the last pair on the last day, so here's the 3 pairs to show you. So the first pair, these are in no particular order. I don't remember what order I finished them in. So these are knit on 2.75 millimeter needles. I do the size medium from the DK weight vanilla sock pattern, which is free from the Crazy Sock Lady. That's the one that I use. Love the instructions. And I knit, these are all for me, so I knit 12 rounds for the cuff and 24 rounds for the leg. So this pair, well, I'll show these first. Oh, they're getting kind of blown out. I think I talked about how Christmassy these looked, and they really do in the screen. This is Emma's yarn. This is her December 2021 colorway, and I bought this for my birthday that year from a local yarn shop. So those are finished. I'm happy to have all these pairs done. One, because my stash is done, or not done, but I have it all knit up to what I had at the time, and these are great for winter. So if you've never knit DK socks, they're super warm. I don't feel like they're too thick. They're nice. I like them, and they knit up quick. So the second pair, this is Leap of Faith yarns in the Plumpkin colorway. And I love this colorway so much. I love the colors in it. So I bought this, was it 2022 or 2023? No, I think it was 2022. So I bought these from the Crazy Sock Lady shop when she had her own shop open. That's where I got the yarn from, but it is dyed by Leap of Faith yarn. And the last pair, again, not in any particular order. These are, oh gosh, I'm not going to remember. This is the Freckled Whimsy Halloween Club in the Home Sweet Haunted Home colorway. And I love these so much. I didn't think that I would love a yarn more after I knit this pair, but when I show you this next month that came, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Love these colors so much. She's really killing it with this. So here's those. And they are not matching. I don't try to match my self-striping yarn. For one, I don't care. Two, I don't have the patience for that. So for these, I did try to make it so that my heel flap started on a new stripe and it wasn't going to carry into these stripes. That's the only kind of, and this one had just a teeny tiny bit. That's the only kind of fussing that I do if I don't do an alternating or a contrast heel flap and turn. And as you can see, I mean, I think these might have turned out to be like 25 or so. Like one of them might be one row longer than the other because like I said, I was trying to make sure that my heel flap started on a new stripe. So as you can see, like with this one, it looks really nice. So you can do this with self-striping if you're like me and you don't want to do the contrast heel because you don't like weaving in the ends either. And I still think they look so nice. Okay, my next finished objects, we are back in Hexi Flower Land. And I did complete 2 new flowers, one of each. If you're new here, I started this, I don't even remember when I started this project. It was many months ago, many months ago. And I'm making a DK version and a fingering weight version, and I will be starting a Christmas version probably in December. I could start it now, but I just want to kind of work through some of these yarns that I have. I'm using all leftovers because I make a lot of shorty socks, again, if you're new here. And so I usually only use up about 45 grams of yarn from a 100-gram skein, and I have a lot of yarn in my stash. So this is a good way for me to use up mini skeins, half skeins, whatever, and I think it's going to be an awesome blanket. So I'm making these. So here is a DK flower. And this is leftovers from Yarnable from my Bougie New Year socks, which it's kind of getting, there we go. And I will eventually be joining a bunch of these flowers together with a tan/cream colored, light brown yarn that I have picked out for this. There's that one. And the fingering weight one, I love this. I actually wanted to crochet this back in July, but I just didn't get around to it. I was too busy making socks and sewing and doing all the other things. So this one I didn't get to, but here it is. Oh, look at that. Is that not beautiful? So you might recognize this one from a few episodes ago. This is from Stitchin' with Yarn called Old Glory. So I had just a little bit left over from that. I love this. But I didn't have enough to make a flower. And I had this red and blue in my stash already from, I had this from Daisy Stitch Co. It was from a mini skein set. I actually had 3 of them that I bought a couple of years ago. I made like 3 pairs of socks, 3 different pairs of socks out of all of that yarn, and these were the leftovers from that. And I decided, okay, I don't have enough of each to make their own flowers, but together I can make it. And look how beautiful that turned out. I really love it. And there's still a little bit left of each, but I think each of them would only be enough for 1 per thing. But I really wanted to combine that, and I made sure to use a white for the center. That's Lily of the Valley from Breaking Yarn. Oh, I love that. So that's for my fingering weight blanket. And details for all of these, for the patterns I use, tutorials that I followed, they're all on the Ravelry page. So for the fingering weight, I use a 2.5 millimeter crochet hook. And for the DK weight, I use a, what do I use for that? I think it's a 5 or a 5.5. It's on the page for sure. I have it on there. Last finished object is a sewing project. And look how cute these are. So I think I talked about this the last time. My friend has 3 daughters, and I made one for her birthday, one of these little backpacks. They liked it, and they each requested one in a different color. So we have blue, purple, and pink. And these are made out of jelly vinyl. I got them from different stores. We've got coordinating webbing. Each of them has a hook. So I just basically made them exactly the same. as the ones that I showed in previous episodes. These nearly broke my brain. I will say that. I got through these two pretty easily. And then this one, when I was finishing the inside, because the inside, as you can see right here, this is binding. So it's, you bind it and you turn it inside out. My machine, I was just having so much trouble with my machine. I was getting so frustrated. And I walked away from it for a day. I ripped it out and put new binding on it. I mean, new needles. I mean, I did all of the things that they suggest to do when you're a sewer. You know what I'm talking about. But it really tested my patience. Every last ounce of it. But I made it through. I got it done. And now I can gift those. So I hope they're going to like those. And the colors. So, like I said, they each wanted different colors, of course. All right, moving on to works in progress. I have a couple to show you. So the first one, I have one of the socks done. This, that's bright. Let's close the blind here. There we go. So this is, look at those pretty colors. This is from Granite State Yarn. This is from her monthly club color. And it's just the plain yarn of the month where she just dyes whatever she wants. There's no theme. And this is called Is It Cake? And I showed this caked up a while back and it's so beautiful. And I actually started this pair of socks, I think 3 or 4 days before summer sock camp ended. And I kind of put it aside because I was trying to finish the DK socks, which I did. And so I picked this back up once September rolled around. And so obviously I finished the first sock and I'm on the second one. And this one, for some reason, like, I think I posted about this on Instagram, but I figured I would bring it up here just to kind of see what you guys think. Sometimes, I don't know, sometimes I really struggle with tension. Like, if I have just one spot in a project where my tension gets a little off for a few stitches, I feel like it just carries on throughout the project. Like, I can't course correct, if you will, and have it, you know, go back to normal for the rest of the project. And I don't know how well you're going to be able to see kind of the tension throughout this, but it was just awful all the way down. And not that it matters too much, because I found that, because I wash my hand knit socks in the washing machine and dry them, which is probably not advised, but I have not had an issue. They tighten up the loose stitches and it's fine. So it was just more of a kind of a frustration thing. Like, I know I put this down for like a week, you know, but it's not like I waited months in between starting it and picking it back up again, and that would have caused an issue. So, and I knit it the same way I always do. So it was just kind of weird. And I'm hoping the second sock does not have that issue. So far we're good, but I'm only like in the gusset decreases. So there's not, I'm like, I have like this much done, like right there. We are here in, here's the heel flap and turn, the gusset decreases. It's so funny when I show this, when I show myself knitting these shorty socks, if I'm at this stage, every single time on Instagram, people think I'm knitting baby socks because there's not a whole lot to it. And it looks small on the screen, so every single time people will ask, oh, are you making baby socks for someone? And I'm like, nope, they're adult socks. They're just short ones. So there we go. On the heel. Gusset decreases. I just find that funny. It's seriously every single time. Someone will message me or comment and ask if they're baby socks. And I'm like, nope, they're for me. So that's it for socks. I'm only working on that one pair right now. I do want to cast on other pairs, but I'm trying to finish that one first because I feel like the first one kind of had some bad vibes with it, with the tension issue. So I'm hoping to work that out with the second one. But I do have an exciting update to share with you. I have made significant progress on my Musselburgh hat. since the last time you guys saw it. I haven't showed this in forever because I put it down for a while. And I have a marker that actually shows the progress this time. So here it is again. This is the second go around. If you're new here, I knit this once already and it was awful. So I frogged it and I'm knitting it again. So there's where I showed it the last time. So I've made all this progress just within the last 10 days. I'm only working on this when we watch TV after dinner. We usually watch about an hour or so of TV, like one episode of something, maybe two, but I usually only work on it for about 45 minutes or so when we're done. And that's all the progress that I've made. I'm not forcing myself to work on it extra to try and rush and get it done. I think that was the problem last time, because if you recall me showing it, like I started out on 16-inch circulars and then I tried magic loop for like 3/4 of the hat and it just kind of ballooned out. And it was horrible even when I folded it in on itself like you're supposed to. And I wet blocked it and hoping that would kind of shrink it up. It did not. It didn't fix any of that. So I really didn't have a choice but to frog it, because the extra fabric where it ballooned, it really made it loose and it wasn't going to wear nice. I could just tell. I wasn't happy with it. So I figured I would just remake it. There's kind of the backstory. So for this one, I did the increases on magic loop, and as you can see, I'm on 16-inch circulars. It's not my favorite. I've talked about that. I really don't love a circular just because you have to scoot your stitches constantly. That's kind of silly, but that's just how I feel. But I'm powering through it. I'm just taking it one round at a time. Honestly, I'm going slow. Like I said, I'm not trying to rush this project. I want it done. I want the finished object, which is why I'm redoing it. But I know that if I rush it, I will mess it up again. And I don't want that. So I'm just being mindful of that and just telling myself it will get done. I will finish it and everything will be fine. And you'll have this cute hat to wear when it actually does get cold around here. We're still in the 80s around here. I have a feeling we're going to be in that state for the rest of the month until the end of September, probably into October. And that yarn is the Scarlet colorway from Kimber's Cozy Creations. That's all I have for projects. I haven't worked on my blanket. I think once I finish the hat, because right now I think I'm about at 11.5 inches, and for the adult large you have to knit to 20 inches and 3/4. So I'm making good progress. I feel like by the end of the month, if I keep up at this pace, I could have it done, or shortly thereafter. So once I have the hat done, then I'm going to pick up my Jelly Roll, DK Jelly Roll blanket again, and finish up the strip that I'm on. I don't have that much left to do, but right now it's still too hot to work on blankets, especially wool blankets. So I'm waiting until it gets a little cooler out, and you know, just to work on that and have that laying on my lap, because I'm on the 4th strip right now, so it is able to be on my lap for me to work on it. So it would be just kind of uncomfortable. Okay, I do have, since it's been a couple weeks since I recorded, I do have a few pieces of mail to show you. I got my my Freckled Whimsy club in and my Granite State Yarns club in. Start with the Freckled Whimsy one. Like I said, I thought that Home Sweet Haunted House one was going to be my favorite out of all of these, because I'm only going to do it for one more month. She's continuing the club, but I'm only going to go until I get the October one. That's just what I wanted to do. So this one is for September, and it is called Ghoulish Giggles. And this gives me all the Hocus Pocus vibes. Like, look at the colors are just, those are the Sanderson sisters to me. Isn't that amazing? And I love the orange, the shade of orange that she picked for this. So now that I've shown this, I'm going to cake this up soon. Probably after I finish that other sock. This will probably be my next cast on, just because this is the only DK yarn in my stash, and that's pretty exciting. I really want to knit this up and keep that knit up, if you will. But I'm only going to have this month and next month, so that should be easy to do. Okay, and then my Granite State yarns, I am currently getting 2 of her clubs. I'm getting the Yarn of the Month and her Christmas, what is it called? Christmas Club? Yeah, Christmas Club. So this Yarn of the Month, which is just she dyes whatever she feels inspired by, no theme. This one is called Vineyard, and I love this. Both of these colorways are just stunning. I mean, look at those tones. Like, isn't that gorgeous? Like, she really did. I mean, she always does an amazing job. My next one is the Christmas Club, and this one is called I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus, and I love this. It's got all of the, like, traditional Christmas colors. I mean, it's kind of like candy cane, peppermint, minty, and then we've got this, like, splash of green, a little bit in there. I love this. So my plan is to use my Christmas yarn, like I said, in a Hexi Flower Blanket. It's going to be fingering weight. I will make socks. I will make flowers. And yeah, whatever else I have left over at that point. And who knows, I think I might be able to get 2 flowers, 2 fingering weight flowers, and a pair of socks, and then just have a tiny bit of leftovers. That's kind of the plan that I've worked out in my head, just because I think it will be fun to have multiples of the color of the flowers. So that's what I'm thinking. I have some yarn coming in the mail soon that I ordered. That is for the Christmas blanket. It's for the joining color, I think. Hopefully it's the right shade that I'm looking for. I'm looking kind of like for a silvery color, like a silvery gray. And then I have white for the middle because I want it to be white for the middle, then the flower color, and then the silver, because I really think those 2 colors, solids, will make the Christmas tones of the yarn really stand out. That's my plan. Okay, and then I have one other thing, which was a surprise to me. Yarn friends are the best. I showed you all of that new yarn, that Halloween yarn I got from Stitching with Yarn on the last episode. Well, so one of the colors I bought, which was Ghouls Wanna Have Fun, I purchased that. Or no, she threw that in because they were kind of, I think she was testing out kind of the colors, and anyway, I don't remember what she said. I'm not a yarn darter. So she's like, hey, you know, after she had sent me that, she's messaged me and she was like, well, I'm going to have half of the newly dyed ones, which are more saturated colors. I can send you the 50 grams that I'm not going to use if you want it, because she's making these cute heel-toe do-si-do socks with this and some mini skeins that she dyed up to go with it, and they are so cute. And so I was like, yeah. I was like, yes, please. I will absolutely take your leftovers for this. And it's amazing. Like, look at that. All the neon. And this is like a black. So the other one's put away, but that one it wasn't as dark of a black. It was more of a gray black, which I still love. Still going to use it because I still love it. But this is obviously way more saturated in color. And then because, you know, this wasn't generous enough of Christy, she completely surprised me and sent me the minis that go with it. What? She did. She completely surprised me. I was shocked when I opened up the package. I was like, oh my God. I can't believe it. And they're so good. Look at these neons. Like, hey-o. I love them. So my plan, I'm not going to do heel-toe do-si-do. I really don't love patterns that much. I think I will do it every once in a while, but, you know, I'm a vanilla sock kind of girl. If you haven't noticed by now from watching my channel. So I think my plan is, so I'm going to obviously knit shorty socks for me because, you know, it's me. And I think what I'm going to do is the last little bit of the sock at the toe, before I start the toe, I'm going to stripe these in. So if you are familiar with Scrappy Stripey socks from the Crazy Sock Lady, she does stripes on the leg and then like thicker stripes on the leg and smaller stripes on the foot right before she starts the toe. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do 4 rounds of each before I start the toe, just because I want to use them all and all of these colors, except for the purple. Yeah, it doesn't look, yeah, the purple is the only one that's not in here, but I still think that would look so cute. So that's my plan. And then I will have enough left over because the other 50 gram that I have, I'm going to use that to make socks for Adrian. And I will probably use the orange and green in his. Whatever I have left over, I'll probably use it for cuffs and toes and just alternate them because I love doing that. So there's all of my mail to add to the stash. And I did do some stash rearranging. I had like this space that you're looking at right now that I'm filming at. I'm in front of my windows, and this is a dormer that I'm using. This is the dormer part of this space. And recently I've gotten some amazing ideas on how I want to redo this craft space. And I will share those kind of the before and after, either on Instagram here or both when that time comes. But there's like a little kitchenette here that we're going to pull out once the bathroom is done, which I've wanted to do this for years since we moved in. It's kind of a stupid place to have a sink, in my opinion. So, especially because there's a bathroom right on the other side of that wall. So it's kind of ridiculous to me that you would have a sink and then a sink. Whatever. I did not design this house. We bought it. So we're going to pull that out. And then I have like a craft cabinet, bottom cabinets, upper cabinets design that I worked up myself, to kind of store all my craft stuff. So my plan is all of my craft things, because I have like pegboard here. I have this cabinet with fabric in it. I'd have things just kind of all over the place. My goal is to consolidate everything into this cabinet, and I'm almost 100% certain there is enough space and then some for what we're going to put in here. So I'm super excited about that. I'm hoping that'll be a winter project that he can get started on. So at some point you'll probably see some construction going on back here. It's like the never-ending construction on this side of the house. So I will definitely share when that all happens, because it's going to be kind of a complete redo of my craft space. And like I said, I'm really, really excited about it. And the ideas I have in my brain of what it will look like and how much more functional it will be for me. And yeah, so when that time comes, I mean, that could give you guys some inspiration for your own craft space. But yeah, it won't be for many more months. It will probably for sure be a winter project, because we are still working on the bathroom remodel, a little bit of life stuff. The bathroom remodel is still ongoing. We had a little mishap with the plumbing 2 weekends ago. It's now fixed. So now we're working on, or I say we, but it's him. He's working on getting the flooring down, the subfloor and all that kind of stuff to put the actual flooring down. And then, once we get to that level, once he gets to that level where he has the subfloor down and then the flooring down that I chose, the vinyl floor, a lot of it will be done pretty quickly after that, because the flooring is what we have to get down first to put the shower pan down, the toilet, because then after that, a lot of it is we're doing some built-ins in there. He's building the vanity himself, and so that part will take a little bit more time. So he's trying to get this part done first. So we're getting there. Slowly but surely, hopefully within the next couple weeks, we will have flooring all done in there. Cross your fingers, I'm hoping. And that's kind of really what's going on right now. So for watching, we just last night, we finished the show Eureka. It's on Amazon. It was a sci-fi show, 5 seasons worth, and loved it. Loved the whole show. Like, I don't think there was one episode that we didn't like. Actually, I take that back. At the end of the 4th season, there is like the season finale, and then I guess a couple months after they did the season finale, because we had to look this up, they did a Christmas special, and it does not go with the timeline of the show at all. It's kind of like its own thing. And we didn't finish watching that because I thought that was kind of stupid. It didn't like, you could have fit that in to the show in that season. Anyway, so we didn't watch that one because it didn't go with the storyline at all. It didn't add to or take away from that. So we just kind of left that one alone. That'd be my only gripe about the entire show. Like, honestly, it was so good. It was funny. It was just all the things that we want in a show. Like, you watch it and it's a feel-good show. There was a little bit of drama, a little bit of everything. And yeah, it was just good. So if you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it before, and you're looking for something new to watch, highly recommend that. And so now that we finished Eureka, we're going to finish watching Warehouse 13. We're in season 2 of that. So there's 5 of that, there's 5 seasons of that show too. So we'll be on that one for a little while. But that one so far, we really like that one too. It's really good. I think I said before, it's a librarians meets National Treasure kind of show in my opinion. And I loved both of those things. The Librarians, the show, and the movies. And of course, both National Treasures. Those are some of my favorite things to rewatch. That's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. If you like this video, hit the like button. And if you aren't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. And I will see you next time. Bye!